Hey everyone, this is Lokay here in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And in today's video, I want to talk about my perception of the coronavirus as a rite of passage and an initiation for individuals, but also on a global scale as humanity. And I came to this conclusion because I've gone through many rites of passages myself. And I'm going to speak from my experience because that's all I really can speak from. And I want to acknowledge that a lot of those experiences have come from amazing teachers and elders and those who have walked before me, and that I wouldn't be able to speak without them. And if they were here in this room, they would actually be speaking before me. So thank you for this opportunity to share from my experience. And some of the most profound rites of passages that I have been through is through ceremonies, through spirituality, and through stepping out into the world and finding courage to follow my heart and to say yes to opportunities that bring me into growth and maturity and that have turned me into the man that I am today. So some of those have been sickness, death, and loss as rites of passages. Some of them have been traveling, choosing to go out into the world and step into the unknown and be open to those experiences. Some of them have been going through ceremonies like Vision Quest or learning to take care of a fire, learning to tend to that grandfather. And all of these things are a rite of passage because they bring maturity and they bring greater responsibility, and they also help us to find our purpose in life and what we have to contribute to the world. They help us to find ourselves, to know who we are, to know where we're standing on this earth, to know what we have to give and what we came here for too, because we all have a purpose here. And many people are yet to find that purpose, but it's not to say they don't have it yet. And that's why we need rites of passages. That's why we need initiations. And as humanity, I really believe we need this right now. We need this virus. We need this broad experience to unify us and bring us together and to push us through that doorway. And that doorway is the rite of passage, because each time we step through one of these doorways, we begin to learn and grow, and we begin to realize who we are, what we have to give. And we begin to level up, to expand our consciousness, expand our awareness. And right now on the planet, we need to wake up to some very fundamental things. And those things, they take maturity to face, like taking care of the earth, taking care of each other, taking care of ourselves, and learning to give before we take, learning to offer ourselves in service when it's needed. And right now, unfortunately, there's a lot of self-fulfilling agendas, and there's a lot of harm that's coming to the earth as a result of that. And in a sense, we're all responsible for it, but it's not to say that we're to blame for it. And in order to change, we need to go through a loss. In order to be reborn, we need to die. And in a sense, that's what we're going through. There's a collective death, a reorientation of what our priorities are, where we want to focus. And right now with this coronavirus, we've all been given a lot of time and space. And the nature of time and space is that it wants to be filled. And it's going to be filled one way or another. And part of maturity is learning how to fill that space positively, to make good use of our time, to move forward into better versions of ourselves, to find courage in the face of difficulties and challenges, and to push our edges. And when we can learn how to do that of our own accord, it's an amazing gift, because those challenges will come. And when we choose them in our lives on a regular basis, then when those challenges come and they're not in our control, like what's happening right now, we're more prepared to move through them and move forward and to make it through. So when we're talking about this coronavirus, it's testing us like that. It's testing us and showing us our true colors, showing us our fears and our insecurities, our doubts. It's taking things away from us, taking away our finances or our livelihoods, taking away some of our freedom or what we perceive as our freedom. And what are we going to do about that? What are we going to learn from that? Maybe the job we've been doing is not as fulfilling as it could be. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to go through a death or to experience death, to be faced with our own mortality or the mortality of another, our loved ones. And through that, we appreciate life. Through that, we learn how to take care of our bodies, our minds, our spirits. And through that, we grow and mature. So that's one of the beautiful opportunities that we have right now, facing this global crisis. It's up to each of us to find the courage to move forward and to reflect and see what we can learn from it and how we can grow through it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a comment. Would love to hear your thoughts on this and what you're doing at this time to move through your rites of passage, your initiations, and what you're going to be setting goals for yourself. If you have any questions or thoughts, concerns, please share them. And also subscribe to my channel. Find me on Instagram, Lokay. And of course, remember to keep shining your light, live from your heart, and continue to take care of your relationships. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.